What do you have any thoughts on the mini or the big Pro Max? Like, what made
Oh
you?
yeah, I love every phone except for Max because I wear skinny jeans, and that big ass phone don't look good with it's in my front pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, see, I agree with you because I have the 11 Pro Max right now. It's great, but I think it's too big.
Yeah, it's too
And
big, man.
I really like the 11. I like the 12 Pro, the size, because you get a bigger screen, the same form factor. The Pro Max has a bigger, newer camera sensor, which is super enticing, but I feel like
Right,
it's going to be big, too big.
right.
But I
Yeah, I
feel
just
you
never
there.
been a big phone guy, dude. Because it's like the Pro Max is a step away from a few notches away from an iPad.
Yo, this is not a normal tech video or a review. If you're looking for that, I got everything you need to know about the 12 mini and the Max down below. What this is, however, is a conversation with one of the coolest, most realist dudes I've come across. This is Gaida from Dave, and if you've watched the show, you already know. If you haven't, definitely give it a watch. It is incredible.
I just got that. You know what I'm saying? The Apple Watch 6 with the cellular data. I'll be unlocking the bins off this motherfucker. All right, I'm ready, Jack.
Thanks for taking the time.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. I wish we was in person right now, but it's a pandemic, so we gonna make the best of this, man. I really appreciate you for reaching out.
So, Dave, we'll start there real quickly before we jump into the tech. I think it's quickly become, honestly, in at least my top 5 shows of all time. Dave, Lil Dicky, he's great, of course. The whole cast is amazing. But for me, I think you kind of stood out. And that one episode in particular really kind of hit home for me. Just, yeah, amazing job on the season.
Man, I really appreciate that, man, from the bottom of my heart, man, because number one, I'm not an actor. Number two, I'm bipolar. And number three, really Lil Dicky is really, really my best friend in real life. So, you know what I'm saying? Our relationship on TV is real. It ain't no faking or none of that. So
no, there's moments that you can tell, like, you just can't fake that. And it shows it's real, it's genuine, and what you guys are doing is special.
Man, love, bro.
How did you guys meet?
We met like this organically on some like just energy vibes. I've been in the industry for about 10 years, 12 years actually, chasing my music dreams, man. I started off working with a artist from LA because I'm from LA. For those that don't know, I'm from South Central LA. I came up with an artist named Tyga. Me and him had an independent brand called GED. You know what I'm saying? GED. I'm still grinding every day, getting every dollar. You know what I'm saying? Getting educated daily. And then basically when I stopped working with him, because I was on tour with him for like 10 years, I was working with like Fall Out Boy, Gym Class Heroes. So I went all around the world with Tyga and I had a lot of connections. So when I stopped working with him, one day I was at home, broke as I was on EBT, you know what I'm saying? Walking to the county building, that type of bad. I got a phone call at the crib. It was my old manager that used to work with Tyga. He like, yo, I got this new artist. His name Lil Dicky. He dope. He got bars. He corny though. I need you to get with him, give him some swag. You know what I'm saying? Give him some of that swag. I'm like, all right, let me meet this fool. So I went up to the address, you know what I'm saying, that I was supposed to go meet him. And it was an office in Santa Monica. And I was gandering out the gate. You got to keep this in mind. I've been in the rap game for 10 years. I've been around Lil Wayne, Tyga, all the major artists. I've been around Katy Perry. Like, so I'm coming off this superstar status mindset. So when I meet Dicky, image is everything. I pull up with a fake assistant who was my homegirl. And then I pull up with a fake cameraman who's my homeboy, but now he's my real cameraman to this day. It's crazy how life works. But anyways, I meet him and he didn't like me at first. He thought like, man, who the fuck is this guy? He thinks he's all cool and shit, man. Like, he needs to check out my shit. So I'm listening to his music and shit. I'm like, man, this dude got bars, you know what I'm saying? But at first he didn't like me because he thought I was just over the top, like just too much or whatever. So long story short, I guess he went home and doubled back on his energy and doubled back on his thoughts and recapped the day, or he probably let a week go by with him and his manager, and they just picked me to be his hype man. You know what I'm saying? And it just all worked out because at the end of the day, as much as he probably didn't like what I was doing, like the image I was portraying or whatever I was putting off, you need that type of shit in the rap game. That type of shit is in the rap game. Like, that's all I know is swag, drip. You know what I'm saying? Having dope ass lingo, being cool, just having that star power. You feel me? That's just how I carry myself, like a star. Even when I didn't have no money, you know what I'm saying? I was just thinking that I was a star.
How would you translate, like, how was it for you going from, you know, obviously music in that industry is one thing, but like rewinding when you found out you got the gig, how did you put yourself in that place, never acting before? Like, how do you get to that place? Because, you know, I don't think anybody would know you had no experience before.
Right. Well, I'm still his hype man. So that's the reality of it. Like, yeah, I'm a little Dicky and all that, but I'm still his hype man when I go around the world and tour with him. I'm naturally excited off of that. So every time I'm thinking about that before I go into the scene, it's easy for me to get hyped because it's like, hold on, I'm on set with my best friend. Not only I'm his hype man, I'm a co-star on this show. So it's like I'll be geeked up every day. Like, and even before the money came and before all of this shit, I just got great energy, period, bro, because I come from a place where it's so negative. It's guns, it's violence, it's drugs and shit. So all I'm thinking about is good things, positive things. I'm thinking about going to Paris and trying on glasses like Elton John and trying to dress like Freddie Mercury. So I really take my mind and my mind to places and my energy to different places just so I could be happy.
Right. And maybe touching upon that with the whole bipolar thing, I think obviously mental health is something you advocate big time, which is amazing. Do you have any words of wisdom or insight on people who are struggling this year? Like, what would you say on that?
I would just like to tell people that are struggling with mental health, number one, first and foremost, you got to know that breathing is a privilege. Number two, every day above ground is a good day. Like, every day above ground is a good day. So with that being said, you got the options to get better every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's about, and people that struggle with mental health, sometimes you feel like you have nobody to talk to. So one of my best things to do is write down all of my thoughts, whether they're negative or positive. And at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, just recap those thoughts as you look at them on paper. You know what I'm saying? And you could just be like, okay, I was thinking like this that day, man. I don't want to feel that place no more. So let me accomplish this positive goal, or let me write, or let me read back to myself what I was thinking when I was happy, and let me get more in that direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to always write down my thoughts, like, okay, man, I had a bad day today because of yada, yada, yada. And then today I was happy because of this, So when you really look back at that, you're going to be able to draw from memories, and you're going to be able to set goals, and you're going to be able to make yourself happy, because that's what it's about, is self-motivation, self-happiness. That's what's going to keep you going every day, not the opinions of others.
I know we kind of chatted a little bit offline. You used to work at Geek Squad. I feel like I felt that sentiment. I used to work at a music store. There's a throwback where you're working at an electronics store. Was that any inspiration towards that scene, you working at Geek Squad?
Definitely. Definitely. Because listen, for those that watch the show, yes, I'm an actor on there, but when you run the credits, it says consultant. You know what I'm saying? So that means basically I share my stories, I share my thoughts, I share my ideas, or my lingo. The way I talk has to be written down in a writer room. So I'm telling them like, yo, my whole story, like, yo, I used to work at Best Buy. I used to do this so we can keep it real, So I really used to work at Best Buy. I always love gadgets, man. I'm just always on top of the gadgets.
Do you have one memorable moment from Geek Squad that sticks out to you?
I remember going to a lady's house to set up her router that wasn't working because I was on like my third day of the job. And you know how when you on the Geek Squad, you don't get to drive the van all the time. You be assistant first. Right. You get to ride in the passenger seat. So I was in the passenger seat going to somebody's house. I was fixing this old lady's router. She had like 30 cats in the house. That was just a crazy moment. I'm just like, oh my God, this is wild. Like, there's so many cats in here. And they're just like all in my workspace. And I'm just like, damn, this is crazy.
What was your, obviously you go way back with tech and you've always had a love down to jailbreaking. What was the first smartphone or even iPhone?
The very first iPhone, I had the Gen 1. I'll never forget when I got it. I was in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. I had a show. I was doing a concert with Tyga. I was backstage. We knew the iPhone was coming out. This dude came up to me and Tyga backstage right after we got off the stage. He's like, yo, y'all dudes is dope. I seen y'all just open up a gym class. Here go $1,000. Just wear my t-shirt. Just whenever. Just wear my t-shirt whenever. Here go $1,000. So he gave us both $1,000 each. So the next day I woke up, I took that $1,000 and bought the Gen 1 iPhone.
That's good. I feel you, man. Like I was there when it was like $600, which was crazy at that time. Because it was, I remember switching from Verizon to AT&T just so I could get the iPhone. What's your favorite thing about the 12 Pro now that you've had it for a bit?
My favorite thing about the 12 Pro is the new camera, the nighttime photos. Oh my God. It's amazing, bro. You could take a picture at nighttime when it's like all black, but just the lighting, the natural lighting off the street sign or maybe off the window pane at night or whatever it is, it's going to brighten the picture up. And it's just, dude, the nighttime photo is amazing. That's just my favorite feature because I like photos. I like images.
Apple Watch Series 6, you big into, I mean, fitness obviously got to go hand in hand with mental health.
I got it on right. This is the one. I love it, man. And what's so crazy is another thing. I had the very first gen Apple Watch. It's a whole different ball game now. I love the fact, well, they had this on other gens, but just the whole cellular data thing is mind blowing.
Right.
Just the fact that I don't need my phone next to my watch. To me, that's the biggest and dopest feature because when I had the Gen 1, it was like, dude, oh, this Bluetooth is here. Damn, if my phone dies, then that means I can't use my watch.
If you could have a one-on-one with Tim Cook, what's like the one feature that Gaida would ask for? Like, what's the one thing missing on iPhone that you would want to see, like in the iPhone 13, if you could pick anything?
This is a good one. I wish that we could FaceTime with Androids and people that don't have iPhones. That would be amazing, dude. Like, even though Apple probably wouldn't want to cross brand with all these other brands and all these phones and shit, but I just think it'll be dope for us to be able to get in contact with people that are not as fortunate enough to afford an iPhone and do the video chat with us, or either don't want an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Like people that don't even like the iPhone. Because there's people that be like, man, Android, the camera's better. But I just wish that we could really like FaceTime or be in communication with them on a video conference thing without a third-party app. That'd be sick. And then, you ready for what I want? Here we go. Tim Cook. Please give us back what Nextel took from us. That walkie-talkie, man. Y'all got it on the watch. I see y'all working. I got the walkie-talkie on my Apple Watch. But if we had that walkie-talkie chirp shit on our phones, that'd be popping, bro.
All right. That's a good one. I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's better than placing a phone call. It's like, you know what? Where you at, baby?
Yeah, I can see that. How do you feel about the idea if they like get rid of the port eventually? Like, what if they go portless? How do you feel about that? No lightning port, no nothing, just no ports on the phone.
I don't support that because the wireless charging is too slow. I'm sorry. I didn't try it. I'm cool. They keep on saying it's going to be fast. It's too slow for me. Too slow for my liking. They got, and like I said, they can always enhance the technology, make it faster. But I just don't see myself not having an iPhone cord. It's enough. The phone costs what? $1,300, $1,000 plus, and then you telling them that they gotta buy an extra piece. Like, speaking about that, when I bought my iPhone 12 Pro, the goddamn charger didn't even have a wall block piece. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm in the Apple store. She like, you gotta buy the extra wall. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use the one from the old phone.
See, that's the problem, right? They're doing that to bring the packaging down, and their argument is that most people have an older one, but the problem was they shipped the different cable in there, which just messed a bunch of people up. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have to have you send me your top 5 Gaida picks and then some, maybe even some video that you took on there just to get that in there.
All right, for sure. I got you, man.
Cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate it so much. Like I said, I'm not trying to be corny or anything, but easily my favorite character on the show. I wish you the best. I hope you keep doing what you're doing because it was really great to watch, and I hope we can connect again.
Man, appreciate you, bro. We're going to do this all the time, man. Much love. Sending you my blessings. Much more success, man.